pictures. Some people might notice they're in this group. Of some people, the recent posts of them leading by example. So, we've got Shay Stanford, who is doing the Ultimate Reset right now. And that's one way. If you're doing the Ultimate Reset, you want to talk about people coming out of the woodwork to do the Ultimate Reset. The only way you can sell the Ultimate Reset, at least in my feeling, in experience, is to do it. And people do want the results that come with the Ultimate Reset, but they're really, really intimidated by it. And so if they see you doing it and getting results, they're more than likely going to message you about it and ask for more details. When I was doing the Ultimate Reset before I got chosen for the Fix test group, I had so many people wanting me to start a Ultimate Reset challenge. Now, Ultimate Reset in the holidays can be a little tough, but this might be one that you could start the new year with because people really have that focused mindset. And so, if you wanted to promote it, you could always be the one that does it in December to plant the seed, and then run your own challenge group come January. At least that's my thoughts on the 21-day reset right now. Unless you can run it like we're doing the 21-day challenge, which is December 1st through the 21st. If people are really willing to commit and they're hardcore, they could do that. But I think I see more people succeeding if they start at the very beginning of December to get that boost, quick result before they go and nail a program. Becca, who is on the bottom right, this is 3 months. This is her journey in 3 months, how much she's had to change just by committing herself to this fitness and health thing. And I am so impressed by her. She does a great job. She's a newer coach, new diamond, that has really shown her journey the entire time. Even in the times where she was still way far away from her goals. And it's that vulnerability and being bold that has set her apart. People always ask me, like, what did Becca do? Becca has thrown it all out there. And as scary as that might be for people, I'm telling you, the more people I see that do that, the more successful they become. And so there's some of you guys that might be far away from your goal that could have some serious people watching you if you would just be bold enough to post your pictures before you're at your goal. Because sometimes, if you look at Shiva up in the top left, people that don't see her before and afters just think that she was born that way. Luckily, she's been sharing her journey the whole time, and so it's an inspiration. But if you start with your end, people aren't as inspired by that. Miguel includes his family in his posts. A lot of times he'll do like a workout picture of him, his wife, and his 3 kids, all in the living room, all doing a workout together. I think things like that give people the sense of, okay, this could be me and my family. I could be setting an example for my kids. And he addresses that. And so I think that's a really cool way of sharing and leading by example. So these are just some examples of what some of our top coaches have done. I thought they were all great, and they're all very different. So be creative with it and share your day-to-day life. People really do care about what you're doing. But they want to see it. They want to see it firsthand, and they want to feel you going through it and the changes that you're making. And anyway, that's what I would be focusing on social media-wise over the next month. All right, 21-day challenge. This is an important one. Take one now, Lisa. You too, Sally. All right, special thank you to Brittany, Brigida, and Katie because they helped us put this together. Brittany had this genius idea to do a challenge that was called the Challenge 21, 21-day challenge. It is basically an abbreviated version of the Bombshell Challenge, which is a 60-day challenge that you go through with your customers. You start on the same day and you end 60 days later. And you share tips and you share, moments of success and frustration and give them a nutrition plan where they can follow the one that comes with their workout. We have 60 days of assignments that you are more than welcome to use. And that challenge has absolutely changed my business. But, like I said, right now, people's attention span is a little bit shorter. And we have the 21-day fix coming up in February. So why not get people focused on 21 days of challenge? And you can actually get insane results in a 21-day period. Now, obviously, a couple slides before when you saw the P90X results, it's not going to be that drastic because it's only 21 days, it's 3 weeks. But what they've done is Katie put together an example for you guys of 21-day challenge assignments that I can share in the Bombshell Dynasty group if you would like. And then, which by the way, do not use the assignments verbatim. You want to create them, use it as inspiration and create your own assignments. But Brigida and Brittany put together a meal plan. And what that meal plan consists of is basically you're choosing one of the quick start guides from either Brazil Butt Lift, Hip Hop Abs, or Turbo Fire. They're following that plan for 5 to 7 days, and then they're going to go into either the plan that comes with their nutrition guide, or they can follow the Bombshell plan, which is from Jamie Eason on bodybuilding.com. And it's fantastic. So that's what they're going to focus on diet-wise. They have a custom plan that they can follow. It's all from professionals. It's not us creating custom meal plans. If you ever see us posting about that, unless you're certified as a nutritionist or have some sort of certification to be able to do that, I don't recommend it. I'd say you stick with what the professionals give us. We are not here to be professional nutritionists. We're not here to be personal trainers. We are here to be coaches. And you lead by example and you encourage people, and you become that person in their life that's going to be there no matter what, because not everybody's going to support their journey. And you play an important role, because without you, there's a lot of people that own a program, that own Shakeology, that have a nutrition plan in front of them that's not following it. So you're a key part. Don't underestimate your part, but don't try to fill into the other parts, because that's not where you belong. So here's an example post that I used for my 21-day challenge that worked really well. How would you like to shed 10 to 15 pounds all before Thanksgiving? Obviously, this was more my November one. Or maybe you don't need to lose weight, but dang it sure would be nice to have a little tone in your tummy. Then girl, I've got the challenge for you. Bring on the 21-day challenge, November 7th through the 27th. Yep, the day before Thanksgiving. What better before and after to use than that of my very own to show you what we do in the Bombshell Challenge really works. Forget the gimmicky ab shockers. Won't muscle spasm yourself to a six-pack, and leave the sense behind, because when you eat delicious healthy food, you don't have to sprinkle chemicals on it. This is all about life change. We don't put band-aids on the problems that have gotten you to where you are today and pretend they're no longer there. We go straight to the source of the problem and figure out how to overcome them. You don't leave with just a better body. You graduate as a bombshell, someone who's beautiful from the inside out. If you're ready to ignite your inner bombshell, then what are you waiting for? Today is the last day to join. Register here. Or message me directly for the deeds. Okay. Key things in this post. It sounds like me. So I'm not just a salesperson. I'm me talking to girls like me. Obviously, a guy is probably not going to read that and be like, oh, I should do that challenge. That's because I'm not looking for guys. I work better in the challenges with girls. And so know your niche market, and we're going to talk a little bit about that in a second, but it's basically just an overview. I want to work with girls because I know that I can change their life. If I get a guy in the group, that's great too. But for the most part, I work better with girls. And the environment of having an all-girl group is different than a mixed group. If I'm going to have a mixed group, then I'll promote for a mixed group. But for this specific one, I was looking for women. So, I think it's really important that you focus on making sure your voice comes through in a post. And that's why we always tell you guys to rewrite our posts, use them as inspiration and then rewrite them in your own words. That's not just because, we don't like copycats. But it's also because your customers can tell. If they know you, if you've been posting for a while, they've been watching you, and all of a sudden you come up with this post that doesn't sound anything like you, they can tell. So you've got to make sure your voice comes through. I liked the part about the ab shockers and the Senza, because that is, realistically, people buy that stuff. That's why it's out there. And so it addresses those things of don't look for the quick fix. This is the real deal. This is the stuff that's going to give you long-term results. I know most of you guys have probably tried a ton of different ways to lose weight in the past. I had pills and everything. And so if you address those things and say, look, I tried those things too, and they don't work. I have found the solution. Here is my results, whether it be that you're on, your goal or not. Here's my results so far. Come on this journey with me. And what I've seen with newer coaches, the mistake that they make is they come across maybe more like I do. Whereas I've been doing this for a while. I've got the confidence of a coach. I know exactly what I'm doing. I actually tell my new coaches to sound more like, come along with the journey with me. I'm joining my coach's challenge. That's a little bit more realistic for someone who just became a coach. So you don't have to come out and sound like this expert coach. You're just inviting people to go on the journey with you. Because you're going no matter what. So I just think that's really important that you put that in there as well, is that you don't try to come across as this like know-it-all coach and you're 3 days into the business. Use your coach's challenges and be an apprentice because it's so much stress off of you and it's so much more real. Here's an example of one of my little coaches branching out on her own. So this is Kelly, and she's been a coach for about a little less than 2 months. And she's amazing. She has been an apprentice for about a month now in my October challenge, and so she's going to break off and do her own. And so I like the way that she worded this. I thought it was really cute. She said, I'm so excited. I got selected by my beautiful coach, Lindsay Maviman. That's probably why I selected it. Just kidding. To run my very own 21-day bombshell challenge. If you've seen my posts at all, you know that I'm jumping for joy over this newfound freedom and consistency that I've discovered in my challenge group. I'm a full-time mom, wife, mom, attorney, coordinator of chaos. You name it, I do it. How many of my other mom friends out there put themselves out absolutely last? Guilty right here. And why not? You adore your babies and you love your husband. Guess what? You can take care of yourself and your family at the same time. I'm looking for 5 amazing mamas who are ready to get your mental well-being and sexy back before all of those adorable Christmas family photos this year. This is the challenge for you. Comment and like below, and I'll shoot you the deeds. My bombshell challenge begins preseason on November 24th, and it's a total of 21 days long. Loved it. Loved it. Amazing. She is speaking directly to her mommy friends. And so one of the things that I've seen that's made success or other posts successful is you pinpoint exactly who you're looking for. She's not looking for singles in this post. She wants a group full of mamas. Because she's a mommy. And she's a busy mommy at that. She's a lawyer. So if you know you have other friends just like you, call them out. Because they're going to connect to that post much more than if it would have been this general cattle call. So very, very important point there, guys. So I hope that when you know, like I know sometimes it can be intimidating to do that. You're like, oh my gosh, what if there's a person out there, if I say I'm looking for people that need to lose 25 pounds or more, and there's a person with 10, they're not going to say. Honestly, I swear, I promise you, the more specific you are, the more people you're going to find. Because they're going to know that is the challenge for them. They're going to connect to it that much more. So great job, Kelly. Oh, okay, Miss Melanie Mitro. This is her post, and she's doing the holiday survival guide. I really like this one. She said, you know, it's so easy to just say that you're going to take a few months, I think it's supposed to say off, over the holidays, and just enjoy the season. But it's also the time when you need the most accountability ever. I mean, there are so many temptations, parties, events, and gatherings. There are a bazillion little ways that you can stay on track but still feel like you have your life balance. I found just that in the act of having a place to check in and someone to be accountable to over the holiday season that can keep you from gaining what I like to call the freshman 15. Being in a holiday challenge group doesn't mean depriving yourself of the holiday treats. It just means that together we learn what it means to pick and choose what you really, really want and stay on track the rest of the time. Give yourself the gift of accountability and no muffin top to ring in the new year. Love it! Right? That's speaking to people. Everyone wants to look amazing on New Year's Eve. Nobody wants to gain weight during the holiday. But this is going to give them accountability. It's going to give them the leniency. She's addressing the fact, look, I want to have holiday treats too. But this is what's helped me stay accountable. You guys have to share things that way. Because if it's always a sales pitch, and you're never in the story, they won't connect with it. So I thought that was a great one. Attraction marketing. Think about this. How long did it take you to make the leap of faith? What did you need to know, hear, see, or feel before you were ready to commit? These are the things that you got to focus on when you're using social media. So understand that the term invite doesn't mean that you have to message random people about the challenge or opportunity of the business. No one likes those kind of messages. Focus on the term attraction marketing and how you can add people to your niche market into your social media outlets of choice. So consistently adding between 2 to 5 people a day to your network. That could be by friend requesting a friend, or going to new groups, or whatever it might be. But if adding those 2 to 5 people makes a huge difference over a period of time. But like I pointed out in the last couple posts, is you have to know your niche, know who you're talking to. Do not talk to everybody. You don't need to make everybody like you. And I know that's hard, because it was hard for me. I wanted everybody to like me, and if somebody didn't like me, I was like, oh my gosh, they don't like me. One of my coaches this week messaged me or texted me and said, oh my gosh, I didn't add a couple people this week, and I noticed people are deleting me. Like, they're opting out of my Facebook. And I was like, oh girl, that happens to me every day. I think I lose 5 to 6 people a day on Facebook. I was at 5,000 at one point, and I think right now I'm at 4,900. I've lost 100 people. That's a lot of people. And I've been adding people. So, I mean, I probably lost 200. So, understand that not everybody's going to like you. And it used to get me kind of like, how can they not like me? I'm inspiring. I'm posting this nice stuff. What did I post that was controversial? I don't understand. And I started to, overthink my post. Understand, you don't need everybody to like you. And if everybody likes you, you're not connecting with really anybody, because you have to be a little bit riding the line. You have to be talking to your audience so specifically that the people that are not in your audience are like, oh, it's girl annoying. Or, I just don't relate to this person. And that's okay, because even if that person would have eventually messaged you, you guys wouldn't have worked well together. Apprentice Coaches is another Melanie Mitro post. I'm gonna get some water. Alright. So this is her posting about finding coaches. In just 2 years, I went from a stay-at-home mom with a newborn baby and 30 pounds of baby weight to a 10-star diamond elite coach, and currently ranked, well, now she's number 2 in the entire Beachbody organization of over 100,000 coaches. If you asked me 2 years ago if I thought that was going to happen, I would have smiled and shrugged my shoulders. Yeah, the thought crossed my mind, but never in a million years did I think it would become a reality. A small-town girl from Mars, Pennsylvania, number 2 in Beachbody, a network marketing company, a non-traditional job, something that was considered a risk, a stretch, or something that I would never be successful with. But I had a dream board. I didn't know exactly where I was going, but I had that pit in my stomach that told me something was big in store. Something big was in store. There were days it wasn't easy, days that people gave me flack, and days I doubted myself, just for a second. But now, just 2 years later, because I didn't give up on that first objection, the second or the 20th, I didn't let the naysayers get in my head, and I've been able to accomplish more than I could ever fathom. So, I want to bless 5 other people with my one-on-one mentoring and support. I'm currently interviewing for 5 positions on my downline, where I'll be personally mentoring and supporting and helping you successfully start your business, reach your goals, and grow yourself in health, fitness, and finances. You set the bar where you want to go, and I'll match your pace. If you want the top, we'll go there. If you want extra spending money, then we'll make it a game plan. If you just want to help others and get healthy and fit, then that's an option too. The sky's the limit, and you're the captain of your own boat. I'm just here as your compass to guide you in the right direction. No reinventing the wheel. Learn the tips, tricks, and tools that have helped me create a successful 6-figure income. Like or comment below for the needs.